Hey, what's up, man? It's me, Davis, and Leanne is back there today. Whoop. It's weird. It's a mirror image, so when I'm pointing. Say hi, Leanne.
Hi.
Say bye, Leanne.
Bye.
All right. So, as you can see, I've got this microphone here set up today. I decided I would try to upgrade my audio after talking to your friend and mine, Evan Rock, who we adore. So, I've got a really uh, different Fresh Friday for you today as I sip my coffee and try to recover from this, whatever the hell's going on here. I don't know what it is, but it's been like over a week and a half and I just keep coughing. But that's not going to stop me from enjoying my morning cup. This video brought to you by coffee. It's delicious. All right, so my Fresh Friday is going to be short and sweet this week. Something that I feel like I don't know if you have been super um, updated with or that you're staying in touch with, but it's the NFL. It's a play that happened last weekend, and I know as a big fan of the Minnesota Vikings in the past, I remember your Dante Culpepper poster on our wall in our bedroom that we shared for 15 years. Um, I know that you've always loved the Minnesota Vikings. You've had an affection for them that is unique to you. I think it's probably the color purple, but there's a whole lot more to it, I'm sure. So imagine this: they had a great season. They were killing it. They were 12-3 coming into this most recent game this past weekend against the Saints, who are 11-4. The Saints had Drew Brees, who's a mainstay. And what's cool about this weekend was that you had four veteran quarterbacks and four like relative unknowns, like Roethlisberger, Brady, Breeze, and Matt Ryan of the Falcons, who went all the way to the Super Bowl last year and almost won, but didn't. It was tragic. I was at a Patriots party and I was the only Falcons fan there. It was strange. So you have Drew Brees, but you also have a sort of you have like a running back team essentially. And by the way, disclaimer to any sports fans out there: I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm just trying. I forgot the name of what they call it when you have two different running backs, but they have Alvin Kamara, who's had an incredible year. I believe he's a rookie. I think he might probably get Rookie of the Year if that hasn't been awarded already. And then you have Mark Ingram, our boy from the Alabama Crimson Tide, Roll Tide, both of whom are amazing. So I'm kind of rooting for these guys in a way because I love Ingram and Kamara, and particularly Ingram, and it's the South, it's New Orleans. However, the Vikings are kind of having an amazing experience because they're playing at home and they're up 17 nothing at the half. Okay, that's where our narrative begins. They didn't allow the Saints to get a single third down conversion in the first half. They shut them down, and they actually had Drew Brees had two interceptions. So they're coming into the second half. The Saints score a touchdown, 17-7. Okay. Case Keenum, who is a super unlikely star of this team, he actually has set incredible records in college. And you can watch. There's a KTO video about the two quarterbacks who are heading into the NFC Championship game this weekend, and I just find it really interesting because Case Keenum and Foles from, I can't remember his first name, but Foles from the Eagles, both were sort of alternating and not super successful quarterbacks in the 2015 St. Louis Rams, which was the last time they played in St. Louis before they came here to LA. So, and they weren't great. And Keenum's kind of a smaller guy, so he just never had a chance. But it's been predicted by some people when they were drafting, which he didn't get drafted his first year out of college. He would eventually get a chance. And then with injuries on both teams, the Eagles and the Vikings, Keenum and Foles, who were former teammates, are now going up against each other. Going to be a really interesting game. I will not be able to watch it live, but I'm hoping to keep track of it on my phone. Anyway, Saints score a touchdown in the second half, 17-7. Keenum throws an interception to free safety Marcus Williams, which they capitalize on to get to a 17-14 score. Okay, the Vikings respond with a field goal, 2014. 3 minutes left in the fourth. Breeze tosses a ball to Kamara, who runs it in to take the score up to 21-20. Saints are in the lead. The Vikings respond with a minute 29 in the game with a 53-yard field goal, which gives them the lead 23-21. Breeze, doing what he does best, being one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the entire league, drives all the way down and is able to set their kicker Lutz up for a 43-yard field goal with 25 seconds left. Now here's the kicker. No pun intended, because it has nothing to do with the kicker. 10 seconds left in the game. The Vikings are at their own 39-yard line. They've just got to get across half field into field goal territory. So their plan is to send their wide receivers on corner routes so they can catch and get out of bounds as quickly as possible. 10 seconds left. There's 3 seconds left on the play clock. They're down 24-23, okay? Keenum snaps the ball in shotgun formation. Their wide receivers run out into a corner routes. He spots Stephon Diggs I don't know if this is going to turn out the same way, but down the right sideline. Tosses it to him. He's right there, okay? The same free safety, Marcus Williams, who had the interception earlier in the second half, goes to tackle Diggs in a way that would keep him from being able to go out of bounds. So he attacks his feet, but Diggs is already up in the air. He catches it. Williams ends up colliding into his own teammate Crawley. Stephon Diggs, in a miraculous way, again, not meant to be punny, is able to stay in bounds within what I would consider inches. Okay, and he doesn't land all the way on the ground. Stays in bounds barely with his hand. Sort of stands up, realizes there is not a single Saints player in sight. Runs it all the way in. Literally crosses the end zone exactly as the clock runs down, and you'll hopefully I'll be able to insert some audio of the radio announcers when this happened. It was an unbelievable play, what they are calling the Minneapolis miracle.
Marshawn Lattimore, 12 yards from Adam. Case on a deep drop, steps up in the pocket. He'll fire to the right side, caught by Diggs. Stay up! Oh my God! 30! No! 10! Touchdown! Are you kidding me? It's a Minneapolis miracle! Stephon Diggs and the Minnesota Vikings!
And I think just sports fans in general, for you as sort of a casual lifetime Vikings fan, I think you would really enjoy this. And if they beat the Eagles this weekend, then they're going to the Super Bowl, which I believe is being played at home. How magical would it be if the Minnesota Vikings were able to do what they did to the Saints, hopefully capitalize on their game this weekend against the Eagles, and then to maybe even win at home, especially if they beat the Patriots? How good would that feel? So you got to check it out, man. Look it up. The Vikings, actually, the official team put out a video yesterday that was like an uncomfortably emotional video about the experience of Vikings fans witnessing the miracle. But it's also like, it's the same thing that tugs at our heartstrings. It's what makes us love sports. We love sports. And I just think you would love it. And I'm stoked to see what you think about it. Happy Friday. It's a beautiful day here in Los Angeles. I hope it's the same in Hawaii. And I'll see you soon, buddy. Love you.